Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm going to talk about my Juliana Mini-Pigs here. I have 6 of them. Well, 6 sows. Sorry, 5 sows and a gilt. So that would be my gilt. Gilt is a term for a pig that has not farrowed yet. Sow is a term for pigs that have farrowed. So my other one's right there. She's saying hi to the boys. And there's 2 more boys on the other side of that fence. So about Juliana Mini-Pigs. Regulations and rules and adherence and standards and all that bullshit says that Juliana Mini-Pigs, when they're birthed, should be spotted, striped, or colored. A black pig is a disqualification. So here's the problem I have with that. If you look at the rules and regulations, any pig that adheres to the rules will be under 19 inches, have a nice swept belly, you won't be able to feel the ribs, will be colored or spotted, striped. But the main requirement is that they don't go fat blind. You can see their eyes clearly and brightly, and that they're under 19 inches, like I said. Oh, and a curved tail. They should never have a curved or corkscrew tail. I consider that all kind of a farce. Because you can submit pictures or whatever of a potbelly pig, and they'll conform to this standard when they're young, but as they grow older they change. So you can effectively qualify your your potbelly as a Juliana Mini-Pig. It doesn't make sense to me. My pigs will never get bigger than this. This is as big as they are. And let's see, Choo Choo's over there saying hi to the boys. Let's go see if we can say hi to Choo Choo. Hi, Chooch. Hi, Chooch. How you doing, lady? Hi. So you can see, she isn't very big. You gonna chew on my finger? She's not a very big pig. She's what I would say almost 60 pounds. So a lot of people will complain and bitch about how these aren't, like I said, true Julianas. They'll call them potbellies. And the problem is when they see my sows, they think, well, that's how my pig's gonna look. Well, these guys have had, a couple litters. And, it's just like with a female dog. When they have litters, the abdomen distends some because of the teats and all that good stuff. But these are not potbelly pigs. They are Julianas. They're much smaller than a potbelly. A potbelly will max out around 150 pounds if you don't take care of it. I mean, these guys, I guess, could too if you overfeed them. Generally, they'll hit probably 120 or so. But they're a good pig to have if you're looking for a small, quiet pig. And especially a friendly one. If you want pets more than, say, feeder hogs, this is a good choice. So you saw Choo Choo was chewing on my finger there. She made it muddy for me, but she didn't, cause me any pain. And any of these pigs are the same. Little pig behind Charlotte there, Violet. I don't even see her. There she is. So Violet is super friendly. That's why I kept her. She's the offspring of one of these guys. But she'll suckle on my finger and just be very gentle and quiet and calm about it. Definitely still a baby. But a lot of people seem to believe that pigs cause destruction. And while it's true that they do, destroy things to some extent, these are not the type of pigs that cause massive craters in your yard. They do this. Now you can see the size of that hole next to the chicken here. It ain't hardly anything. They just kind of sweep off the top layer of grass and go for some roots and grubs and stuff like that. You can see Charlotte's really kind of digging in there some. She's looking for the tender roots, which isn't a big deal in this area for me because they don't really destroy anything. Now, in terms of eating that stuff, I haven't fed these guys for probably coming up on 5 weeks now, and it's not because I don't have the money to feed them. It's more because I'm trying to get Charlotte to drop some of her pregnancy weight. She's a fatty. She should not be as big as she is. And well, it's how it goes. And she looks like she has the poop walk going, or she got something stuck in her paw. She should not be as big as she is. She packed on a lot of pounds during pregnancy because all she did was eat. It's one of the things that, you know, I didn't want her to have unhealthy piglets, so I made sure food was available for her. But in regards to a fat mini pig, you must resist the temptation to feed them. Oh yeah, yep, there she is peeing. I knew she had a poop walk or something going. You got to resist the temptation to overfeed. You really do have to avoid overfeeding a mini pig, because once they become this big, they start to become, hi Charlotte, they start to become kind of fat blind, where the brow will become fat and cover the eye. That's a problem, because when they become fat blind, it's hard for them to see anything. Hi Chooch. But as you can see here, Choo Choo has very bright, wide open eyes. One of the standards of Juliana Mini-Pigs is that their snout should be long. It should look like a feral hog. It should not be short and smashed up into the face like a potbelly. And you can see with Choo Choo, she very much fits that standard. And Charlotte did too when I first got her. And she wasn't so fat. But we'll work on Charlotte some and get her to drop some poundage. But she's still a good girl. She's the sweetest pig I got here. She'll let me roll her over and rub her belly and all that good stuff. Something pigs don't normally allow you to do, because when you flip them, all they do is scream. But the important thing is you need to teach them that it's okay because of hoof maintenance. And it's something that I need to do on Charlotte. So she's walking pretty all right, but the hooves can be trimmed. They should only be, you know, a 1/4 inch past the quick. So I got a pair of cutters inside that I can do that with. I just haven't done it. You know, it's another thing I need to do. But anyway, so yeah, I haven't been feeding them. And it's important to note that I haven't been feeding them, because when you look at a pig, you don't want to see this. You don't want to see, you know, a large barrel chest or very large shoulders. You should be able to, when you pet them or touch them, be able to feel ribs with pressure. And what that means is right now I can't feel any ribs. All I feel is fat. And you should be able to feel the hook bones on the back of the hip here with pressure. And I can't feel Charlotte's, so she's overweight. With Torvy, I think she's a little overweight too. She won't let me touch her. I wouldn't be surprised if I couldn't feel her ribs. So she needs to drop some poundage too. She's a sow as well. But Choo Choo here, hi Chooch, hi Chooch. So if you look at Choo Choo, she's a little bit underweight, and you can see the folds in her skin. If I were to touch her right now, I'm certain that I could feel the ribs. And what I mean when I say that is I would have to press just a bit to feel them, but she's not so underweight it's unhealthy. You can't see the hook bones in Choo Choo, so she's not too underweight. She's just a little bit. She could do with a little bit of fattening. Right, Chooch? I know. Oh, goodness. I know. Choo Choo's a talker. None of the other pigs talk like Choo Choo does. Come here, darling. So this is what a pig should look like. And if she wasn't a mother, you would be able to see that nice round, swept up belly in the back. She's a good example of what a Juliana is. The disadvantage here is no one likes black pigs. And I don't mean that in any sort of racist way. What I mean is that black pigs do not sell as well as belted or spotted pigs like Violet there, because everybody wants fancy. No one believes that a you know, a black pig looks good in their yard, I think they look beautiful. And Charlotte and Choo Choo both have a very sweet temperament. They're absolutely wonderful pigs. They don't try to charge me or fight me or any of that good stuff. So in summation, if you're looking to get a Juliana Mini-Pig, you should look for those qualities. There's a website, and I'll post it below, that will tell you the qualities that a Juliana should have. You should look when purchasing a pig at the parents. If you can't see the parents, you need to leave. Because oftentimes what ends up happening is you have unscrupulous people who want to make a sale, and they'll sell you a little pig that, you know, they'll call a Juliana or a teacup or a micro pig. Teacup and micro pigs don't exist, by the way. Don't buy a pig from anyone that calls them that. They don't exist, and you'll end up with a monster. It's not a thing. Mini pigs are. Accepted mini pigs by the APA standards are Kuni-Kunis, as the smallest mini pig you can get. True mini pigs at 200 pounds. The only reason these aren't accepted by the APA as a true mini pig is because they're technically a crossbreed, but they breed true. So when you look at these pigs, just make sure that you can see the parents, and they're absolutely what you're going to get. You know, you don't want to buy a pig that's tiny and it turns out to be a feeder hog, right? So you need to ask how old they are. In 5 months, they should be just a little bigger than Violet. Violet is kind of the runt of the litter. You know, we had a couple runts from newly farrowing mothers. She's a runt. She's a little undersized. She should be a little bigger than she is, but she'll make a good pig. So make sure you see the parents. It's crucial. You don't want to end up with a pig that you can't handle, that you ultimately have to call. It's not great. So anyway, this is what a Juliana Mini-Pig is. Nice, friendly pigs, small pigs, respectful pigs. They should be friendly. Now, all my pigs are friendly, just a little skittish. So even the boars are friendly. We'll go look at the boar real quick. I know I said I was closing this video out, but I want to show you the boar before I go. Well, I've actually got 2 boars, and the other one's over there. But oh goodness. Okay. So this is Buddy. Hi, Buddy. Hi, Buddy. How you doing, man? No bites. So Buddy will absolutely bite me because he's an asshole. And this is Ragnar. So you see how the snout's real long, the eyes are clear and bright, and they hump the crap out of each other. Get down. This is how they should look. So Ragnar, I can't feel his ribs very easily either. I know I can on Buddy. He's a little undersized too. But these guys here, I'm forcing to forage on all this vegetation. I gave him a bale of hay yesterday. Now the thing about, Now the thing about Julianas, their tusks take a long time to grow. They are not like Kuni-Kunis or other breeds of pigs where you have to do a yearly tusk trimming. These guys are coming up on 3 years old, and I haven't trimmed their tusks. They're only that long, but they are sharp, and they do use them to ram into each other. The sow's tusks are still minuscule. It's only really the boars that grow them, and like I said, their tusks are only like this. So if you get a boar, you should castrate them unless you plan to breed them, and I wouldn't recommend it. Only because they can be aggressive with you and each other. And if you look on the side of Buddy there, he's got a few puncture marks, I guess, from Ragnar ramming his tusks into him. But the other thing too is male pigs will get musky. It's not an offensive smell. They just get musky. I'm catching whiffs of them, and I wouldn't say that I'm offended. It's just it's a different smell, right? But you should, if you plan to keep them in the house, you should castrate them. Hi, Ragnar. Hi. Would you knock it the hell off? Come on, get. Because you don't want them stinking up your house or peeing all over everything or any of that stuff. Because they will. They're like dogs. They'll pee all over everything. But a boar is just as good as a sow. There's no reason to select one over the other if you castrate. It stops the stink. It stops or slows down the tusk growth, and it stops the aggression. Because they can be a little challenging. They're not what I would consider aggressive. They don't like charge you and ram their tusks into you. But they have things to say sometimes, don't you, Ragnar? Yeah, especially to Buddy. We got a chicken on a pig. Okay, you gonna ride the pig around? All right, that's a new one. Guess my chickens are riding pigs now. Anyway, yeah, Juliana Mini-Pigs. Seek them out if you're looking for a pig. They're good pigs. They do a good job of weed control. They don't destroy your yard, and they're very friendly pigs. And if it comes to it and you need to grab them and move them, you can. It's not a 200 to 400 pound monster that you're never gonna flip over and not be able to take care of. So anyway, see you guys.